If you're over 60, picture this. You finish dinner feeling proud of your healthy habits, a colorful salad, a plate of steamed vegetables, and maybe a cup of tea before bed. You drift off thinking you're doing everything right for your body. But by morning, something feels wrong. Your words sound slightly slurred, your arm feels heavy, or your head spins as you sit up. Most people blame salty food, sugar, or fried meals for issues like this. Yet sometimes the hidden cause comes from something much less suspicious, a vegetable you believe was protecting you. The truth is that as we age, the same foods that once nourished us can quietly begin to work against us. It's not because those foods suddenly become unhealthy, but because your body changes. Your kidneys slow down, your blood vessels stiffen, your metabolism shifts, and many seniors take medications or supplements that alter how nutrients behave. That combination can turn yesterday's health hero into today's subtle risk. But here's the good news. You don't have to be afraid of food. You just need to understand how your aging body handles it differently so you can adjust when and how you eat. In this guide, we'll uncover 9 everyday vegetables that can stealthily raise your risk of stroke after 60 and, more importantly, how to enjoy them safely. The last one might surprise you most because it's likely in your kitchen right now. Let's begin with a leafy green you've probably trusted your whole life, spinach. For decades, spinach has been celebrated as a nutritional superstar, full of iron, magnesium, and antioxidants. But past 60, it can quietly shift from friend to foe if you eat it the wrong way. The reason is oxalates, natural compounds that bind to calcium. When you're younger, your kidneys flush them out easily. But with age, kidney efficiency drops, arteries lose flexibility, and calcium or vitamin D supplements become common. Together, these factors can cause oxalates and calcium to form tiny crystals that float through your bloodstream. Over time, those crystals can accumulate and narrow the tiny arteries that supply your brain, like sand clogging a thin straw. The result is weaker circulation, lower oxygen levels, and a greater chance of a minor stroke, often while you sleep. That doesn't mean spinach is dangerous. It just needs timing and moderation. Eat it earlier in the day, preferably at breakfast or lunch when your body's more active and able to process minerals efficiently. Avoid taking calcium or vitamin D supplements at the same meal, and talk to your doctor if you have kidney or heart concerns. Spinach is still a nutritional gift. It simply comes with new rules after 60. Respect those rules and it will protect you. Ignore them, and it may work against you overnight. Next comes broccoli. For years, broccoli has been hailed as a heart-protective vegetable packed with fiber, vitamin C, and antioxidants. But for seniors, particularly those on blood-thinning medications, it can quietly complicate circulation. The main culprit is vitamin K, which regulates blood clotting. In youth, that's beneficial. It keeps wounds from bleeding excessively. But if you take medications like warfarin, Plavix, or aspirin, sudden increases or decreases in vitamin K intake can interfere with how those drugs perform. The danger isn't in the broccoli itself, it's inconsistency. Eating a lot one week and almost none the next can shift your blood's clotting balance without you noticing. You might not feel different until your blood becomes too thick or too thin, setting the stage for a clot or a bleed. To stay safe, keep your broccoli intake steady, not extreme. You don't need to give it up. Just avoid drastic fluctuations and inform your doctor about your usual diet so medication can be adjusted if necessary. With balance, broccoli remains one of the best tools for longevity. It just demands predictability after 60. Now let's talk about romaine lettuce. For many older adults, a crisp salad at dinner feels light and heart-friendly. But eaten too late, it can silently increase your stroke risk while you sleep. Romaine acts as a mild diuretic, prompting your body to release water. That's harmless when you're young, but as you age, kidney function slows, blood vessels stiffen, and thirst signals fade. You might not feel dehydrated, yet your blood thickens slightly overnight. Thicker blood travels more slowly through aging arteries, raising the risk of small clots, particularly if you take water pills or blood pressure medicine. The solution is all about timing. Enjoy romaine earlier in the day at lunch or an early dinner when hydration and circulation are stronger. If you do have a salad at night, drink a small glass of water with it to help your body maintain fluid balance. Romaine remains a wonderful source of fiber and micronutrients. You simply have to eat it when your system can handle it best. Timing, balance, and awareness. These are the new pillars of smart nutrition after 60. When you honor how your body has changed, even the simplest foods can continue supporting your health rather than quietly undermining it. If you're over 60, you've probably been told that snacking on raw carrots is one of the healthiest habits you can have. Crunchy, colorful, and packed with beta-carotene, they've long been the poster child for good vision and strong immunity. But here's what most people don't realize. After 60, even a simple carrot can affect your blood flow and brain if eaten at the wrong time. Raw carrots digest quickly, sending a wave of natural sugars into your bloodstream. When you're young, your metabolism easily manages this spike. But with age, your insulin response slows and your blood vessels lose some elasticity. If you have prediabetes, diabetes, or slower metabolism, that sudden sugar surge followed by a rapid drop during the night can send stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline soaring. Those hormones tighten your blood vessels, raise your blood pressure, and make your blood thicker, an ideal setup for small clots that can quietly interrupt blood flow to the brain while you sleep. The fix is simple. Don't eat raw carrots by themselves or late at night. Instead, enjoy them earlier in the day and pair them with protein or healthy fats like hummus, nuts, or Greek yogurt. That combination slows the release of sugar and keeps your energy balanced. Carrots remain one of nature's best snacks. You just have to time them right. Daytime carrots heal, nighttime carrots can quietly harm. Next, let's talk about garlic, a favorite in kitchens and medicine cabinets for centuries. Garlic is often called one of nature's strongest healers, celebrated for lowering blood pressure, boosting immunity, and fighting inflammation. Yet after 60, especially if you take prescription blood thinners, garlic can cross the line from protection to danger. Here's why. Garlic contains allicin and sulfur compounds that act as natural blood thinners. They help keep blood flowing smoothly, which is wonderful unless you're already taking medications like warfarin, clopidogrel, or even daily aspirin. Combine garlic with these drugs and your blood can become too thin, increasing the risk of bruising, nosebleeds, or, in serious cases, a hemorrhagic stroke. The key is moderation. You don't need to give up garlic completely, just treat it with the same respect you would a medicine. Avoid high-dose garlic supplements unless approved by your doctor. Stick to using it in cooked meals, where heat softens its thinning effects and makes it easier on your stomach. If you notice frequent bruising, dizziness, or fatigue, those could be signs your blood is too thin. Check with your physician. Garlic remains one of nature's greatest gifts, but after 60, it demands balance and awareness. When used wisely, it strengthens your heart. When overdone, it can quietly endanger your brain. Now let's move on to onions, another kitchen staple with surprising effects on circulation after 60. Onions are loaded with antioxidants and compounds that protect your heart by lowering cholesterol and fighting inflammation. But they also contain quercetin, a substance that naturally widens blood vessels and lowers blood pressure. That sounds helpful, and it is, until you pair it with prescription medications that already perform the same task. For older adults, that combination can push blood pressure too low, reducing oxygen flow to the brain and causing dizziness, fatigue, or confusion. At night, when you're naturally less hydrated and your blood flow slows, this effect can quietly raise the risk of fainting or mild stroke-like episodes. The solution isn't to cut onions from your diet, but to use them strategically. Treat onions as a flavorful addition, not the main event. Cook them instead of eating them raw. Heat reduces quercetin's strength and softens its impact on blood pressure. Avoid heavy onion dishes at night, and make sure to drink enough water throughout the day to keep your blood thin, but not weak. If you're on medication for blood pressure or circulation, tell your doctor about your onion intake. It's more relevant than you might think. A little onion adds protection and flavor, but too much at the wrong time can quietly strain your body's delicate balance. Now let's talk about one of the most comforting foods for many older adults. Corn. Whether it's corn on the cob, creamed corn, or a warm bowl of grits, it feels wholesome and familiar. But nutritionally, corn behaves more like a starch than a vegetable, and that difference matters a lot after 60. When you eat corn, your body quickly turns its natural sugars into glucose, creating a blood sugar spike almost as sharp as white bread. For seniors whose insulin response has slowed or whose blood vessels are more fragile, these spikes and crashes can stress your cardiovascular system. After that spike, your body releases stress hormones to compensate, tightening arteries and thickening blood, which makes clotting more likely during sleep. The fix again comes down to timing and balance. Avoid eating corn late in the evening when your body's less active and hydration levels drop. Instead, have it at lunch or early dinner, and always pair it with protein or healthy fats like eggs, beans, or avocado to stabilize blood sugar. And treat corn as a side dish, not a main meal. Fresh corn on the cob is better than processed options like cornflakes or cornbread, which break down faster and spike blood sugar even higher. Corn may seem innocent, but your body processes it differently with age. Eaten thoughtfully, it can still fit into a healthy diet. The key lesson here is simple but powerful. After 60, timing matters as much as ingredients. Your metabolism, hydration, and circulation all change with age, and the foods that once helped your body can start acting differently if you don't adjust your routine. Each vegetable we've covered, carrots, garlic, onions, and corn still has immense value. But how and when you eat them determines whether they protect or challenge your heart and brain. If you're over 60, asparagus probably feels like one of the safest vegetables you can eat. Light, elegant, and often featured in healthy meal plans. But few people realize that after a certain age, even this graceful vegetable can quietly put your circulation at risk when eaten at the wrong time of day. The reason lies in its natural diuretic effect. Asparagus helps the body release excess water, which can be useful when you're younger and your kidneys work efficiently. But for older adults, that effect can lead to mild dehydration overnight. When you lose too much fluid, your blood thickens, slowing down circulation through already stiff arteries. Combine that with blood pressure medications or other diuretics, and you've created the perfect environment for small clots to form as you sleep. The solution is timing. Enjoy asparagus earlier in the day, at lunch or early dinner, when your hydration is stronger and your body can easily process it. If you do eat it, pair it with water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, or citrus fruits, and make sure you stay hydrated. Asparagus is still rich in antioxidants, folate, and vitamin K, which support heart health and skin repair. But after 60, it's less about what you eat and more about when you eat it. With the right balance and timing, you can enjoy all its benefits without hidden overnight risks. Now let's turn to the final vegetable, one of the most beloved and deceptive of them all, tomatoes. They symbolize freshness and healthy eating, bright, juicy, and packed with antioxidants like lycopene. Yet after 60, this everyday favorite can quietly trigger circulation issues that mimic stroke symptoms. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family, which contains compounds such as histamines, tyramines, and solanine. In younger adults, these chemicals rarely cause problems, but in older bodies, they can irritate blood vessels and disrupt nerve communication. The result can be unpredictable changes in vessel dilation or constriction, leading to dizziness, headaches, or tingling sensations that feel eerily similar to early signs of a stroke. In addition, tomatoes are acidic, which can affect your electrolyte balance by depleting magnesium and calcium minerals essential for steady nerve and muscle function. When eaten in large amounts, especially at night, this acidity can cause fluctuations in blood pressure and slow circulation while you sleep. But that doesn't mean you have to give up tomatoes altogether. Cook them lightly to reduce solanine levels and make their antioxidants more absorbable. Avoid heavy tomato-based meals in the evening, and instead enjoy them earlier in the day when your digestion is stronger. You can also balance their acidity by pairing them with magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds, spinach, or avocado. That simple adjustment lets you keep the flavor and health benefits without the risks. The bigger message behind all of these examples is clear. After 60, your body operates differently. The organs that once worked automatically, your kidneys, liver, and circulatory system, slow down. Your hydration needs change. Your medications interact with nutrients in new ways. Even the healthiest vegetables can behave differently, depending on timing, portion size, and what else you consume alongside them. This is why understanding your body's signals becomes the key to long-term health. It's not just about avoiding certain foods, it's about building awareness. A salad at lunch can energize you, but the same salad at midnight might thicken your blood, and make it harder for your brain to get oxygen. Garlic and onions can protect your heart in moderation, but combined with blood thinners or pressure-lowering drugs, they can tip your balance too far. Corn or carrots can raise blood sugar rapidly if eaten alone, but when paired with protein and healthy fats, they provide clean energy and essential nutrients. The principle that ties it all together is balance. Timing, consistency, and hydration are now as crucial as the food itself. Eat your vegetables earlier in the day when your metabolism and kidney function are strongest. Stay hydrated, especially if your diet includes diuretic foods like lettuce or asparagus. And be consistent. Your body thrives on routine. Sudden changes, whether it's eating too much broccoli one week or skipping it the next, can disrupt your internal rhythm more than you realize. The goal isn't to create fear around food, but to develop respect for how your body has evolved. At 60 and beyond, awareness isn't restriction, it's empowerment. The more you understand what your body needs, the more freedom you have to live well. So what's the takeaway? You don't need to abandon your favorite vegetables. You simply need to adapt. Eat smart, time your meals wisely, and talk to your doctor about how your diet interacts with your medications. Those small shifts can protect your circulation, support brain health, and help you wake up each day feeling steady and strong. Remember, the foods you choose today shape how your body performs tomorrow. Aging isn't about losing vitality, it's about learning how to maintain it. And the best part? You have the power to do it. With mindfulness, hydration, and balanced nutrition, your favorite vegetables can continue to support your heart, brain, and longevity for years to come. Always remember, what you put on your plate each day becomes the energy, clarity, and independence you carry into the next. Stay aware, stay nourished, and stay vital.